Hello, everyone, and this is how I want to welcome you into this edition of Let's Go for a Weekend LG4WE. Well, typically in my African Agbada, so I had a lot of comments on this. So leave your comment on what you felt about this. Someone said it suits me, but I mean, some place where I used to work gave it to me as a parting gift, and so I love it so much. It's one of my lucky African traits. So thanks to all those who left their comments in the previous edition. And here I am today. Well, LG4WE today is right in the office. Throughout this week, I had opportunity to play along with a lot of data analysis, data representation, and a host of a lot of things. For that, it has informed me to speak on benchmarking. It's about benchmarking your life because I did a lot of things around benchmarking data studies and doing data presentation and a host of it. But what is benchmarking? It's a level of quality that you can use as a standard for comparing one thing onto the other, or for comparing your life to the other, or what the life you've lived before to where you are now. So that's simply what benchmarking is. So, is that it's one of the most powerful aspects of our lives as individuals that we should be able, maybe at the end of the counting of every birthday, or maybe the end of every year, starting a new year. Normally, you might want to benchmark your life. Say, okay, last year I was this way and I was in this level, and this year I'm in this level, and I've changed my finances to this level, and I'm going to portray myself this level, or even what you want to be. What you want to be is something you look upward as against what you are today. That's all the principle of benchmarking. So, how do you benchmark yourself? It's about presenting yourself in the most appropriate way. So normally in the field, when data are being collected randomly, it's called raw data, wherein you don't see a future in it. You just don't understand it. It's just so confusing and it get complex. And so when it goes through the refining stage of being cleaned by who's called an expert in your life, so might be someone might come through reading. An expert in your life might be someone mentoring you. An expert in your life might be even you taking upon yourself to go get education, empowerment, or strengthening, or even apprenticeship. And that refines you and gets you to seeing something that someone will admire and does make sense and does represent some certain kind of thing. So that's when you prepare yourself to that stage. So normally, and getting to that stage and also maintaining that stage wherein people see you as something useful, and people approach you to help them in getting something useful for themselves and for some things they're setting up. So there are a lot of ways, honestly, a lot of things you can use as a tool. There are a lot of ways you can get yourself to that level wherein people will get you as someone or call you to come and solve those situations, or a nation and trust in a whole form of leadership in you. One, you have to work on your platform. Work on your platform. Your life is your platform. Someone might say your Facebook, your Twitter, someone say your school or your community, but the first platform you have is your life. Work on it. How? Is that you don't restrict yourself to one kind of single approach to things. Don't restrict yourself to one way of thinking. Don't restrict yourself from maybe monotonous or kind of egocentric because of who you are, what's pebbles around you. So open your space. All right, open your space and make it improving, and make it something that is accommodating to all the people. And secondly is that you need to integrate with your existing setup. The existing setup, this talks about adaptability, who you are, what you do, the essence, and also about the real meaning of who you are. Definitely needs to helps with the environment you find yourself, how best you adapt to your environment and become something productive for that environment. A third point is that you need to be easy to access. You being an expert, benchmarking yourself, you should be easy to access. Well, some people like, okay, Diamond is hard to access. Some people like, okay, Diamond can be accessed. Someone said, okay, if you want to access Diamond, you can send him a message in the morning or in the evening or afternoon time. Get a way that people can access you. Don't hide your contact with you, because the little point that you feel you are helping out people, it might be a help coming towards you. So, and also you need to incorporate some form of feedback for your life. All right, diamond as I am, I mostly also love to hear what people feel about me. When they give you feedback, okay, you did this. And most times when I do LG4WE, I have friends who normally go and look at and give it feedback. I want to say thanks to all those people. You and I know that you've been helping. Okay, this is bad light, I want you to work on it. Okay, thanks so much. And this one said this is this and I want you to work on it, which is an amazing feedback, and I respected it so much. So you should be open to things like that and then work on it for improvement. And lastly, it needs to come up with a certain level of support. I want to call it a first class level of support. So when you benchmark yourself and you know where you are and being to that stage where you could be useful, come with a certain level of support. When you are asked to give support, do it with all your might and strength, because that might earn you. Maybe not at the moment, but might earn you something in the future. So there are many times I've met some people in public places where I go to maybe relax, where I go to maybe do some show or getting some things. You meet people like, okay, I'm gonna do this for you. Why? Because you have helped me before and I've become X, Y, and Z. Sometimes you'll be even shocked because you can't remember those people anymore. But when you have a kind of first class support and willing to support someone without any string attached or any conditionalities at the time of need of that particular person, it's going to change a whole lot. But as always, as I wrap up the LG4WE, well, today might be a marathon talk. It's not a jumpy one, might be, because it sounds like a whole lecture thing. It's you benchmarking your life. 3 things I want to leave with you. Where were you last year at the same time? I mean, education-wise, religious-wise, economic-wise, and you just set your own parameters. Where are you now? Has anything changed? If nothing has changed, then look out and find a way to develop it better. All right, I want you to share your comments, leave your views and share to friends. And this is how I want to leave you for this edition of LG4WE. I am Diamond, and let's go for a weekend. Well, today's Friday, literally. After the office, I just want to take some beach walk around the beach and maybe get a fresh cross juice. What will I take? I've got a favorite spot. Maybe we'll catch up. Just share fun. What do you do for weekend? Probably a pick will do or fun will do. Just keep it healthy. And make sure you share and subscribe. I'm Diamond.